Good day, I am Hasna of class 9th A. You are watching Zeal Media. Main headlines. Zeal International School announces the date of school parliament election. The election will be held on 3rd July 2023. News in detail. A press conference was held 20th June 2023 at Zeal International School to declare the election date and dates of other moments in connection with school parliament election. Master, the chief observer of the school parliament election, gave an introductory speech and pointed out the importance of election in a democratic country like India.
India, our nation, it's the biggest, one of the biggest countries in the world, second most populous country, and biggest democratic country. What is democracy? Democracy meaning, government of the people, by the people. And the leaders will be elected by casting vote from people, having an age of 18. Such a way, we will conduct election. The term of one government, it will be 5 years. Every 5 years, we will conduct election. By democratic setup, if the government's performance is weak and not acceptable, not up our expectation level, we can change them in the next election by casting vote. So understand one point, vote is the important tool to change more than weapon, more than sword, more than gun. Such a way we can change the government without violence. Anyhow, we are lucky in our country, perfect, super powerful democratic system exists.
The Chief Election Commissioner Mrs. Manjula Davraj declared the election date and dates of other important moments prior to the election.
We will be declaring the election date, which is July 3rd, and the other procedures will also be discussed now. On 21st, we'll have the distribution of the nomination papers. On 22nd is the submission of the nomination papers. Scrutiny done on the same day, 22nd June. Withdrawal will be held on 23rd. The final list of the candidates will be announced at 11 a.m. on 26th June. The symbols will be finalized on the same day at 2 p.m. The Meet the Candidate will be held at 10:30 a.m. on June 6th or on 30th June. And the same day at 2:30, the election campaign will begin. The election will be held at 10:30 a.m. on 3rd July. The election will be held on 3rd July between 10:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. And the results will be declared at 2:30 p.m. on the same day, 3rd July.
Zeal media persons of this school attended the conference and made clarifications regarding the election procedures.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Fatima Shamid from class 7th. Ma'am, how are you going to conduct the school parliament election in a free and fair manner?
Yes, I'll just come to that. The thing is, all students who have the ID and are on the voters list only will be allowed to vote. Secondly, the election, each and every person's election is a secret. It's a secret ballot. Okay. Thirdly, we have to ensure there is law and order and safe elections are going on. We have student corps and law and order enforcement officers. So you can rest assured it will be free and safe.
Good morning. I am Imtiaz from 8th. Ma'am, I have a question to you. Who are eligible to contest for the different posts in this election?
First of all, let me tell you what are the different posts. In this year, in the school, we have a different procedure. The different portfolios are Minister of Arts and Culture, Minister of Health and Wellness, Minister of Sports, Minister for Information, and Minister for the Environment. And of course, the Zeal Chief Minister. All students who have a good scholastic and co-scholastic background and a sound discipline, who will uphold the traditions and the rules of the school, are all eligible for this post and for these posts, and they have to be from classes 8th upwards.
Good morning, ma'am. I am Yafa Mariam from 6B. I have a question for you. You told that the electronic voting system and the ballot system are used in this election. What is the intention behind it?
It's a good question. It is for the children to be aware of the past that we have introduced. That we are also following the ballot paper system. Earlier, when the electronic revolution hadn't set in, we used only the ballot papers. So let the children be aware of it. That was one need that we introduced that. Also, the electronic voting machines is what is being used now. So children must also be aware of what is happening at present, and that's why we had both the systems shown this time.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Shazin PK from class 8B. Ma'am, to whom the nomination forms are to be submitted, and what are the other procedures related to the election?
The nomination papers have to be submitted to the returning officer, Mr. Joseph Envy. And when the nominations are filled, it has to be filled, and the a photo has to be pasted in the paper. 2 proposers have to sign in it, and the class teacher's signature also must be obtained. Only then it is complete, and then it can be handed over.
Good morning, I'm Iza Fatima from class 7B. Ma'am, who all are the voters in this election? How many votes can each voter cast?
Any student who is in the voters list can cast the vote from who are studying in the class 3 to 10. And each student can cast 1 vote for each post. Since there are 5 posts, each student has to cast 5 votes.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Mohammed Shamas from class 7A. Ma'am, who are polling officers in the school parliament election?
The polling officers for this election, school election, are the 10th standard students.
Assistant Election Commissioner Geeta Ramesh, Returning Officer Joseph Envy and Assistant Returning Officer Girish KOP were present in the conference. This is the end of the news. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.